first off, I gotta let everyone know this is a drinking episode for me, so I have a little bit of the little hard cider, little lemonade alcohol going on right now.
The fucking sauce.
I will say I just pounded a White Claw. Is that how they say it now? You pound a White Claw?
Dude, I've been pounding whites for... no, never mind.
Yes. Anyway, welcome to the Rice and Beans
Codcast.
The Cockpast. It is episode 8. It's March 24th, 2021, and...
This is 2 months of doing this. Have you realized that?
No, but...
2 months.
Yeah. 4 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is a month.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's been a while since we last spoke. Pretty much a week.
Yeah.
It's just yeah. How's your week gone? Let me ask you that. Don't even.
Fuck it. This is I kind of have to get into it, otherwise, the 7 people that are into this story don't get to know how the ending goes. So,
all right.
moving Monday.
That's good.
And we called our apartment. We're like, hey, we're leaving. What do we got to do? And they're like, all right, well, the manager will get back to you with a payment plan. That was 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Haven't heard shit since. So we're like, all right, well, if you say we don't owe you money, we don't owe you money. So fuck off. So as like an extra insurance policy, I actually don't remember if I brought it up last week. Last week, another leak happened in the apartment. Same exact fucking one. Some fucking dingleberry went up there, did laundry, and there's soap water coming out of the fucking walls.
Now, is this the third time it's happened?
This is the third time. This was last week.
Oh my gosh.
I think it was after the podcast. I think it was like Thursday last week. Okay. And that kind of pissed me off because it's just like, dude, it's been like a month. Like, why is this not fucking fixed?
Right.
And so I started toying with the idea. Little known fact, if you are trying to break a lease, find a problem and contact your housing authority. Or if you just want a problem to be fixed, contact the housing authority, which is basically like a separate entity that deals with inhospitable places that you live in that by, like, according to their lease, they should be upkeeping and they're not. Hence my roof leaking. So I was like, all right, well, we'll just threaten them with this so that, we don't really have to pay anything. They'll fix it. We'll move on. Both wipe our hands and be done with it. That was until yesterday. Yesterday, I got up at like 9, and I was like, dude, I stink. I need to take a shower. Turn the shower on. Water's on. That's great. I turn it all the way to hot to like let it heat up because I don't want to be sitting there for 10 minutes. Yeah. And I come back ice cold. I can feel a cold breeze coming from the shower. And right away I knew. I was like, fucking the boiler's down. So we call. Yeah, we're doing maintenance on it. It's going to be a little bit. No email. They didn't give us any fucking warning whatsoever. No email, no phone call, no voicemail. So kind of pissed off, and I was like, fuck it. I'm actually going to report him to the housing authority now. So then Presley comes home. Presley usually takes a shower when she comes home. Guess what still isn't on? They didn't call to tell us the water heater wasn't going to be on the whole fucking time. So we get a hold of the maintenance guy, and he answers the phone, and this dude has the fucking balls to go, yeah, I just got out of the shower. What's up? Because it's like the 24-hour hotline. And Presley goes, oh, yeah, that's cool. I can't because the water heater's not on. What's going on? Oh, yeah, we just found out that there's a crack in the boiler thing.
Oh, my.
And it's just like, no, you didn't. Like, you just told us you were at home, you shit bastard. Like, what the fuck? And so we ate that one. Then today, Presley gets Ava up for school. That's like the one thing she wants to do. Because like she works a lot, so she doesn't really get to do like a whole lot of the parent side of things, and I'm like mostly doing it. So she wants to do that, and it works out because once I'm up, I can't go to bed. And she does like her morning routine. She goes to the bathroom, toilet flushes and everything. So then she comes back home and goes to bed. Well, she gets up, goes to the bathroom again. Toilet doesn't flush. She goes to turn on the sink. No water. Goes to turn on the kitchen sink. No water. They turned off the fucking water to the building. Once again, checked emails. No fucking emails. No call. No voicemail. These fucking dirtbags have like just been fucking with us for like the past 2 days, and I got to tell you, in my household, motherfucker's starting to stink. And so usually when like in the past when they've done this, they're like, oh yeah, just go to the office if you have to use the restroom during this time. We apologize for the inconvenience. So I woke up and had to shit. So I waddled my shit-filled colon ass all the way over to the office. And I'm like, hey, you know, I live in this building. The water's off. I need to use the restroom. The lady goes, well, the water's supposed to be on. I go, it's not. I was like, I need to go to the bathroom and said I can come here. And she was like, well, are you sure? Like, have you done your one flush? I go, I'm sure. I need to go to the bathroom. And she just sits there and stares at me. And I just kind of stared at her back, but like in a real menacing way. And she just let me in. I purposely, like, yeah, if I'm in a public place and I shit, I'll flush the toilet like once the shit leaves my ass so it doesn't stink. Mm-hmm. Dude, I shit and I almost gagged myself out of that bathroom. Fuck that skank, dude. Ain't no fucking way. I left. No, I didn't have the fan on either. Fuck.
Did you at least flush when you left?
Yeah, I'm not a fucking monster. All right, I'm an asshole. I'm not a monster. But there was a nice aroma brewing out of that fucking bathroom, and I left the door open and left. So hopefully that fucking codger has a nice business day having to smell the shit inside of my ass for the rest of the day. I fucking hate this place. Ugh.
Oh yeah, it seems pretty bad there.
It's terrible. I fucking hate these people. They're so lazy.
But I mean, like, congrats. You're moving. You said Monday, right?
Monday, I begin. Me and Presley thought it'd be cool to reenact the Oregon Trail.
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to say it, like take a break to say it without laughing. It was just like, so we're gonna go up the mountains and we're gonna have to, kill squirrels and eat them along the way and ford a river and probably die of dysentery. But hey, had a good run.
It's the longest running Oregon Trail, right?
Mm.
Oh man. Well, I mean, yeah, congrats. You're finally moving out of that shithole, and also congrats. You woke up before it was PM. I heard you woke up at 9 a.m. for once.
I did, yeah.
Instead of staying up until 9 a.m.
I did. It was pretty good. It felt good to be up that early. I realized the shower wasn't on. I cleaned up the closets so we can just pack them, and fell asleep. Fell asleep until 2:45. Left to go get Ava, and then continued my day.
Oh well, there's no rules against a nap, right? So,
fuck them.
Yeah, my week has been weird. I think this is the first time we've both had semi-interesting weeks. I say semi because mine's kind of boring. So we got our 1400 right from our Freedom Bucks.
Oh, that's right.
So I decided to use mine to get some lactate pills because I'm lactose intolerant and I really miss eating cheese.
It just lets you eat lactose?
It makes it so you don't have like stomach ache problems or anything like that.
Okay.
I thought it'd be like the cure-all, like you can eat ice cream and stuff. No. So there's a couple issues that I found while taking these. So this Saturday, we celebrated one of my friends. She turned 21. So we went out to go party or whatever, whatever you see in the movies is pretty much we did. Right. So we started off the night by going axe throwing,
but with masks.
Sorry. Oh yes. Yeah. We were wearing
mask people around these parts. All right, partner.
We were wearing masks when we were told to and took them off when we could. So
made kissing a little bit weird.
Well, there was no kissing for me because none of the men were interested. No. So
a hole's a hole. We don't discriminate. Everyone has holes. We love them holes.
Yeah, God added a cum button to all of them. So anyway, so we went axe throwing for the beginning of the night. It was like 7 p.m. already. The beginning, yeah. It was my first time doing it. I gotta say, it's a lot of fucking fun. So I would definitely recommend it to do it in a safe area and not towards people. But those things are not as heavy as I thought they would be. Have you ever gone axe throwing before?
No, I threw like some hatchets and stuff when we would go camping.
It's pretty much the same thing. So they taught us all like the techniques and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. That's not where the night turned. So before that, I took some kratom, which if you don't know what that is, it's like think of it like tea that makes you feel really, really high, and it's legal, at least where I live. Um, it's in these capsules. Each one is like 500 milligrams or anything, but it's supposed to make you feel like, not like anxious or like not like, you feel more social, I should say. There are a bunch of downsides, such as diarrhea, nausea, vomiting. You could pass out. You could overdose on it. A lot of things could go wrong, right? I took the normal amount I usually do, forgetting about something called a tolerance break. So I was not used to the amount that I took. So roughly around right after axe throwing, I got really, really sick. Like really, really, really sick feeling. I didn't throw up or anything, but like throughout that whole time, I just felt completely crappy. And so the next thing we went to go do is we went to a bar. You know what doesn't mix well with feeling nauseous and stuff?
Alcohol.
Alcohol, indeed. So we drank, and I gotta say, we drank a decent amount. I think I drank the most, to be honest, now that I think about it. We did have a designated a driver, so we didn't have to deal with any drunk driving or anything like that. But I had to drink my portion of shots. I also had like Not Your Father's root beer, which I gotta say is really good. It literally just tastes like root beer with a weird metallic aftertaste.
I've had that. I love that shit.
It's so good, and I've been trying to find a place where it sells it so I can bring it home. I had that. I had something called a rainbow sherbet. It's super sour. I don't recommend that, but it will make you feel a little wheezy or drunk or whatever you want to call it. And then she didn't finish her drink, the person we're out celebrating, so I had to finish her drinks as well, because I'm one of those people who's like, you don't waste money when you go out to eat, right? It's either you eat it all or you take it home, and obviously you can't take alcohol with you, so I drank all of her drinks as well. Also feeling like complete crap. Adding on all of that, before we went eating, I took some lactate pills. Now it's all coming back together, you see? This wasn't just a total rant. I took some lactate pills, and then I decided to take all of the cheese, all of the ice cream that I wanted. So I had like jalapeno poppers, I got nachos, I had a burger with a shit ton of cheese on it. We had like some ice cream, cookie, dessert as well. I had all of that stuff. All of that mixing together with the alcohol and the kratom, it's not a good feeling at all. So for the next day, I never got like hungover or anything like that because I drink a lot of water. This was like a different kind of hangover where it lasted till yesterday. Let's put it that. This was Saturday and it lasted till Tuesday of just feeling like complete shit. Worst part is I couldn't shit. Apparently, I was super constipated that whole fucking time. Didn't even realize it. I go home after all of this. It was like midnight or something like that. I go home. I'm still feeling like complete shit. And I pass out. Right? Sunday comes around. Apparently, I slept for like 14 hours. I woke up. It was like 2 p.m. And I still felt like complete shit. But I couldn't shit. I was super gassy and everything. Just could not shit. Going to work Monday. Not a good feeling. It was terrible. Going to work Tuesday. It was the same thing. Tuesday, though, finally comes around. I get home and everything. And I released hell on my toilet.
That poor fucker. Didn't even see it coming.
It was
just painted it.
It was one of those, I'm not going to describe the shit, all right? I was about to do that. Not going to do that. It was bad, though. Weird part was, it didn't smell like anything. I don't know what happened to me. What went wrong? I was like, it didn't smell like shit. I know I wasn't like COVID or anything because I can still smell stuff normally. It was just like that moment, like I lost all my senses. I like went out of my body. I was just looking at myself sitting on the toilet and just thinking, look at this sad piece of shit. Taking a
look
shit.
At you.
It's like, what is wrong with you? So I had like this weird like out of body moment while taking a shit, and it's just like, oh man, there's something wrong going there. And so yeah, that was my week. I plan to do it all over again. It was a lot of fun. But, yeah.
Round 2.
I will have to. This is where I'm going to put in the warning for this podcast, where I don't know if you can really call it spoilers anymore, but we will be talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League. If you haven't seen it, it's 4 hours long on HBO Max, and it's amazing. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. We might also be talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We'll see. But yeah,
I think that's a you thing.
Yeah, probably. But there's that. So, oh man. Sorry, still thinking about what happened to me. It's weird, you know.
I feel it.
Yeah. So, well, that's that. Now what?
Well, I mean, you just said we're going to talk about Justice League, and then you leave it hanging.
All right. Well, we'll go straight into it, I guess. You know, I wanted to save it just so the spoiler thing kind of settled in, but fuck those people. Anyway, your thoughts?
Oh, I fucking loved it.
It was amazing.
I got up midway through to make an omelet for breakfast, but it was pretty good.
I started it roughly around 11 p.m. Friday night and finished it and then went to bed to go to that party. So it was on my mind the whole time. But
it was pretty cool. The Flash and Cyborg weren't just these people that randomly appeared seemingly for no reason.
They made a lot more sense in this movie than they did in the original.
It was so good.
Oh yeah. I really liked. This is gonna get really like nerdy and stuff, but I really liked the cinematography of it and how it was captured in 4:3 because it really like helped center the characters, and then a lot of the characters also fly, so it helped like distribute that rather than having it in like a widescreen, and also 4:3 is better fit for IMAX for the how it was originally meant to be released in theaters. Also, I'm finally really happy they made it rated R. I really think DC should just like all their movies should be rated R. It makes more sense.
That's I was talking to our friend Curtis about it, and he said the same thing. It was just like they should not be pussyfooting with DC shows. Like that's the only thing. That's the only way you're gonna beat Marvel. Like in today's age, Marvel is too big of a powerhouse. So like what you're gonna have to do shit they won't, like Deadpool 1 and 2, more so 1 than 2. Like the thing that made Deadpool this huge success was that it was just like, yeah, it's a superhero movie, but we're gonna put in like realistic shit. Like if I shoot someone in the face, splatter. And it was pretty cool to watch them kill all the aliens and like goo and bits go everywhere. It was just like, yeah, that makes sense. Like if you get fucking headbutted by fucking Superman, like you're gonna turn to mush.
It's the same thing as like Logan. Like Logan and Deadpool, those are two characters known for literally chopping people to bits and stuff, and like you can't show that in a movie theater without it being rated R. Like they are meant to be rated R characters, and I think that the whole Justice League thing fit really well into that for being rated R. Like you said, I'm really glad that Cyborg got a little bit more focus in this movie rather than just being there. I think so that the development between him and his father was really interesting. It was really sad to watch his dad die.
Really?
Oh, well,
I thought he was a badass. I didn't take it the sad route. I was like, dude, fuck yeah, that guy. Hell yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was badass, but it's like the same. Well, I mean, like for me, as of currently, I'm still pretty sensitive to watching like father figures die.
I get that.
So it was really sad to watch, but like, was that in the original film? I don't remember.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't seen the OG Justice League since it came out.
Yeah, same. I plan never to watch that again.
Yep. That like I like to blame it, like, oh, I didn't want to spoil anything. No, that one's just. I love DC. Bad. I will make excuses for DC movies all day long, but that Justice League movie was fucking terrible. It was really bad.
It was really bad. And yeah, as you said, DC can't compete with Marvel at all right now, because like even if you look at like record stuff, DC has a better chance with competing with Fast and Furious than they do with Marvel. Marvel is competing with itself between the Phase 1 and Phase 2, and then Phase 2 with Phase 3 with all of their movies and stuff. They're literally competing with themselves.
They delayed Black Widow again too, huh?
That won't be released till I think it's July 9th.
Why'd they push it back again?
Who knows? I think that they just want to get through all of their TV shows first, like Falcon, Winter Soldier, Loki, and all of that stuff, and then start releasing the movies again. But I honestly have no idea. It's gonna be $30 for premiere. They're also gonna be releasing that one in theaters though. So if you want to tempt fate and go to a theater during these times, go ahead.
Let the theaters die. They had a good run. Hot take. Here's the deal, right? And I think I brought this up before, but I can't remember. If me, Press, and Ava, let's say, we went to go see something in 3D. I can't remember what it was. For our 3 tickets alone was $67. That's before popcorn and drink. Who the fuck goes to the movie theater and doesn't get like concessions? And so, me and Ava are huge popcorn people, so we get our own. And then Presley gets her soda. Like a day to go see one fucking movie is $90. When 2/3 of it is fucking tickets. Like, what the fuck is that? Eat my dick and die. I love HBO's thing, but unfortunately that's coming to an end too. In 2022, they're going back to theaters.
No.
But I fucking hate this. I don't think movies should be that expensive. That's fucking ridiculous. Like, get out of here. Whatever happened to 3D TVs? What happened to those? Those just go by the wayside?
I don't know. I miss having the red and blue 3D glasses rather than these new ones that they have. I thought the red and blue ones were so cool.
Yeah, but colorblind people can't see those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, them.
To be fair, we have a shitload of friends who are colorblind, so you got to look out for them too. I didn't realize how prevalent colorblindness was until like I started talking to everyone in this Discord, and it's just like, god damn, like I'm
a lot
fucking
of people are colorblind.
Yeah. If there's a god, shout out to him. Like fuck, I can see all shades, I can see all colors. Holy shit.
Yeah, I got a friend who's monochromatic. He literally can't see color at all. It's really interesting. Like he just sees. It's literally just 50 Shades for him. 50 Shades of Grey.
No thanks.
I mean, you can still kind of like tell what color it is because of its shade. He's like trained himself to be like, since this is lighter, I'm gonna go with it's either yellow or it's pink or stuff like that. But yeah.
Did you ever take a film class?
No, I plan to, but all that class always fills up before I get a chance.
I took it and in high school, and we did like a lot of black and white stuff. And to be fair, like after like 3 or 4 of them, you start catching on, except for the Addams Family, because like our teacher asked us that question. He's like, "Do you guys feel comfortable about like being able to notice what color is what, even though it's black and white?" We're like, "Yeah." And so he would show like a black and white image and then show the color image right next to it. And we would be pretty good. And then little known fact, the Addams Family's fucking set, the walls were bright pink. It was just like, yeah, I seen that. And I was like, there's no fucking way, dude. Like, cause like, I don't know. It's pretty cool how the human brain works. Like certain shades. Yeah. You're like, oh, okay. That's like an orange. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, you're not far off. So I don't know. I always find that entertaining.
I've never actually seen like the Addams Family. I should say that, but like I always seen like pictures and stuff from like the show or the film.
Oh
yeah. Anyway, back to Justice League here. I just hit my mic. Sorry about that. One thing I was kind of disappointed with was Cyborg CGI kind of looked like trash to me.
like I said, I love DC movies, but yeah, I have yet to see CGI in a DC movie that looks spectacular. In any one of them.
He just looked too skinny, you know? Like
I agree with that. But I think that's because like we're used to like Teen Titans Cyborg, where he's built like a brick shithouse.
Maybe one day he will be, right? But like I wish they kind of took like a Doom Patrol route on that, because I think the Doom Patrol Cyborg looks better than the Justice League one right now.
I thought he was the exact same.
Really?
Yeah. The one thing for Cyborg that kind of threw me off, because I didn't. Now that you mention it, I'm like, yeah, he is kind of small. But like, there's like a couple scenes where he's like in a hoodie and sweatpants, and the dude looks ripped as shit.
Right.
And then he takes off the hoodie, and it's just like, what? The fuck is this? Man wearing like a little kid superhero costume under this? Like, what the fuck?
The power of baggy clothes.
Dude, I don't even think it's that. Like, dude, it was just so confusing. I was like, what the fuck? That was the only time I caught on to it.
It looked weird. I think like the actor himself is like built. You know, he's really like.
He's not small.
Yeah, he looks really. I want to say swole, but that doesn't sound right.
He's yoked. How about that?
Yeah, all right. But then the CGI just like it toned all of that down and stuff, and it just looked really off.
I'm kind of okay with it, like the CGI not being like up to par, because that's like been their whole thing the whole time. Like it seems like Disney and Marvel will like scoop up the best CGI people there are, and then like the 3 or 4 companies that like put their bid in to get in that movie. DC's just like, hey, we're looking for it. Like, we're really great. We're really happy to be working with you. We know you're trying your hardest. So I'm kind of digging it. I guess probably not true whatsoever, but that's the vibe I get from it. And I'm like, all right, I respect that.
Yeah. One thing I will say is the one scene I didn't like in the movie was the Wonder Woman terrorist attack on the bank.
Like, that one was in the original too, wasn't it?
Yeah, but like they had a couple like extra scenes and stuff like that. I didn't like it at all.
Why?
I just like it didn't like, it wanted to show like the power of Wonder Woman in that, right? Like her speed, her lasso, and she could have saved those guards. She could have saved a lot more people if she just went in there and kicked their ass like instantly. She wouldn't have to worry about the bomb or anything. Like, I understand it's a movie and everything like that, but like, come on. She could have easily like just stopped them before it even happened. Like the second they like killed that first guard, she could have just swooped in and took care of all of them. Or even like, why'd she kill that last guy? The guy with the AR? I mean, we just saw her use her speed to just stop a 30-round clip of bullets going after a bunch of people. Yeah,
it was twice, wasn't it? Like he reloaded and went back down the line, didn't he?
He was in the middle of reloading when she hit her bracelets together and literally like atomized him and blew out part of the building.
I like how the only thing to survive was this man's fucking hat. Meanwhile,
right?
like the explosion takes place. It's like right in front of all the cops and shit. And I'm like, shouldn't there be chunks? Like if a hat survived, shouldn't there be chunks?
Like, that's why I said like he got atomized. Like he was probably just like Hiroshima or something. But
just a fucking shadow on the wall now.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is like they just showed her have like super speed and stuff like that. She like the guy was in the middle of reloading. She literally just could have gone up there and just like knocked him out rather than, you know, murdering him and causing thousands of dollars of property damage. But I mean, it's a movie. I understand that part. I understand like they got to show off her powers and how badass she is, but
that's every superhero movie though. Like something bad happens and they'll stop the first instance of it. And then they give him like an intense like stare down, like knock it off, fucker. And they keep doing it, and then that's when it escalates. So I don't know. Yeah. Maybe like superheroes have steps of escalation.
I'm just like, it would have been cooler just to see her like the second they killed that first guy, just instantly go in and kill him. Like rather than having that scene, I just think it would have been cooler that way. But that's just my opinion, I guess.
I didn't mind it. Yeah. I didn't mind it one bit. It was pretty cool.
What did you What'd you think of Aquaman this time not being like just a gag?
Dude, it's Jason Momoa. Like I'm just gonna have a chub the whole time he's on screen, anyways. So I just enjoyed it, man. It was fucking cool.
Yeah, I forgot Willem Dafoe was in the Aquaman movie. So when I saw him in the like when they were like showing the actors' names on the screen, I saw his name. I was like, "Isn't that Green Goblin?" Because every time I see him now, I just see Green Goblin.
I had the delayed reaction, but yeah, it was like he's like, "Oh, you gotta come be the royal family sometime," and I'm like, "Don't listen to him. He's the Green Goblin." Oh wait, different movie.
Yeah, right.
That son of a bitch is sitting you. Oh wait, no, he actually cares. All right, fuck, my bad.
Every time I see him, it's always like he's the Green Goblin. It's the same thing with J.K. Simmons. He was in this movie too as Gordon, and every time I see him, I was like, he's working with superheroes instead of complaining about Spider-Man. That's weird. Like it took me for a trip.
Wasn't he the Law and Order guy too? Or am I wrong? He does the Allstate or the Farmers Insurance.
I don't know. I haven't watched TV in forever, so I haven't seen commercials in forever.
Hold on, I gotta look it up.
That's something we have to do though. We got to go back on like just watching commercials together. The weird ones, you know.
I fucking love commercials. They're so good. Wow. If you haven't seen it, please do not Google it. They instantly give away a character in the cast on the Google description. Oh my god, suck my dog. That's ridiculous.
For which one?
The epilogue. You know exactly who I'm talking about in the epilogue, and he's just chilling on the right side.
We will discuss that later. Yeah, but no, just seeing those two characters in this movie, it just felt strange. I mean, I didn't mind it at all. I thought it was awesome.
We already gave the spoiler warning. You can just flat out say it.
No, I meant Willem Dafoe and J.K. Simmons. It was weird seeing them in this movie. Just because, like, in my brain, they're always going to be associated with Spider-Man, like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man for the Green Goblin. And,
the good Spider-Man.
Yeah. Jonah Jameson. Anyway.
James Jacob. No? Okay.
I was trying to remember his name. But yeah, it was just to me it was just like completely weird to see those two. I'm really glad that the Flash in it as well. Finally got to be, the Flash. Instead of just he's there, he's just gonna be part of the team. He's not actually gonna do anything.
Just this is a guy. Hello.
It's really it's weird seeing them. They gave him like the power to reverse time rather than go back in time. He just reverses time, That was a trick, because like seeing that and then also having to watch the Flash, the CW's The Flash, like I know they're different characters and everything like that. They're technically in the same multiverse, just different characters. Yeah, it was interesting to see them give him new powers like that, I guess. I don't really know how to word that one. But yeah. Your thoughts?
Sorry. I was right. The guy who plays Commissioner Gordon in Justice League was like, I know him from Law and Order. Like I do know him from Spider-Man, but that's who I associate him with. So when I've seen him, I was like, that mustache looks fucking gross. And then I was like, wait a minute, this motherfucker's supposed to be solving like rape stories. Like, what the fuck? Like, they walk in and there's a maid dead and like all holes are destroyed. And in walks this guy. We gotta catch this motherfucker. And I was like, oh, now he's a good cop? What the fuck? Like, I don't know. That's what threw me off. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of like the bane of TV actors. They get known for like one role, and you can't ever see them as anything else. And unfortunately, it seems like iconic movies go with that shit too. Like
at least for me, I guess.
No, I'm with you too. Like the whole William Dafoe thing. I was like, that dude, no matter what he does, he was in Boondock Saints. Great fucking movie. I'm like, that's the Green Goblin. Don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Ed O'Neill, like anyone older than like this current generation knows, like that's motherfucking Al Bundy. Like that's the man. And then every time I see him in Modern Family, I'm like, yeah, I can't see it. Or Katie or Kathy Segal. she's Peggy Bundy, and then she went on to do like Sons of Anarchy. She's the voice of Layla from fucking Futurama, and I'm like, I feel bad for those people because to me they can't shake those fucking things. I like a few of them can, but I don't know. They're always that character.
Yeah, they'll always be recognized for that character rather than their new roles or anything like that.
Bryan Cranston's one that can break it. I feel like Bryan Cranston. Everyone knows him first from Malcolm in the Middle, and then Breaking Bad, and then he goes on to do all these other things.
Godzilla movie. Yeah.
Well, he was only in the first one for 30 minutes.
His whole time on the screen, I think it was roughly about 11 minutes.
Yeah. It's pretty funny to see, because we're not the only ones, because there's these fucking goofballs around the fucking world who just come up with these bullshit conspiracy theories that these characters just fucking. My favorite one is Hal from Malcolm in the Middle got tired of Lois's shit and he left, and then he started a new family, and then he became Walter White. He just started making meth. And I was like, now, that's a fucking turn.
That's a theory I can get behind.
Had enough of Dewey and Lois, and he just fucking left. Unfortunately, it's what is it? Drew Carey. He's another one that because I grew up watching the Drew Carey show with my mom, and so every time I'm seeing him, even Whose Line It Is Anyways, I'd be like, "Where's that fucking fat bitch with the heavy makeup? Where's that skank? Where's Mimi?"
Oh yeah, I never watched a lot of Drew Carey stuff other than Whose Line, and then so I've always known him from that rather than his own show.
Where's Wayne Brady and Ryan Stiles? God damn it, get out of here!
Oh man,
I don't know. That would be funny if they had him on. If they had all of them on The Price is Right, I think that'd be hilarious. Right. Instead of the female models, just have those old fuckers do it. I think that'd be hilarious. Just one time.
Bring back the whole cast of all their comedy shows and have them play.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Justice League. I'm still not done with this. I literally wrote 5 pages worth of notes on this thing, by the way.
All right.
Back to the Flash, though. One of the things I really loved, and it's just one of those small moments that made me literally yell at 1 a.m. in the morning, be like, "That's my boy!"
Was it the hot dog scene?
No, that was really funny though. I really love how he grabbed that. I thought he was just gonna grab that to save it for later. No, he gives it to the dogs. That was awesome.
That's completely different from what I thought he was gonna do. I thought he was gonna put it in somewhere, some funny thing. She's just gonna be like, "Oh, I'm safe from who put this hot dog in my mouth?"
that was my other thing. But I was like, "There's no way they're gonna do that to Iris." Yeah. That was apparently Iris, by the way.
I figured as much.
I think it's interesting that in this movie we finally get it helped kind of set up for the Flashpoint movie that they're making as well. So they added Iris and his father, so we kind of get new characters that we'll see later on. And then one of the things I really enjoyed is literally just one line that he said, and I don't remember who asked him. It's so how are you gonna what's your plan to save us and stuff like that? And he says the power of love. It's a small moment that's just really funny to me, just because in Crisis of Infinite Earths, in the comics and in the CW show, the Flash is the paragon of love. So it actually makes complete sense if you really dig deep into it as to why he says that, even though he doesn't know it yet. So that's just one of the small things that I saw from the Flash's story in that I really loved. Also, his scene where he reverses time after the Unity goes off was amazing. I really love how they show him reversing time, and also the flesh of Superman and Cyborg. It was amazing to see that.
That was one of the times I did really like the CGI.
Yeah. It was when their faces came back, it looked a little weird, but I still I couldn't get over how amazing they did it, and also how he's outrunning the recreation of the world after the Unity goes off. So he's the reason why the whole thing is being built back together. Yeah, it was that the Flash in this movie was still my favorite.
Really? I think Batman got edged out by Cyborg in my book. It was just the fact that they actually went through the story of him, I was pretty excited.
Yeah.
One thing that I like I said, I talked to Curtis about this. He brought up a good point. I don't even know if you remember the first one, but old Superman actor Henry, he had to have a mustache for one of his other projects.
Yes.
And in the
I
first
remember
one, they
this.
did a horrible job
Oh, it was so
getting
bad.
that thing to go away. I was just happy I didn't see like this really fucked up upper lip of this man.
Right?
Like,
When I was watching it, like I couldn't remember the past movie, but I was like, I can't tell if they fixed it or not. But if they didn't, I don't think it looks that bad. But then when I found out they actually fixed it, I was like, it makes a lot more sense as to why I really liked Superman in this one.
it looked so good.
Also, his black suit was amazing. I know it's literally probably like the same material and stuff as they made his other suit in, just colored black. But I thought it looked really good in this one.
For some reason, because like I'm like more on the diehard or the casual side of this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I seen something I didn't want to see.
Alexis, Texas.
No, I'm not looking at porn while I'm doing this. What the fuck?
Oh,
no, I
no.
open up Twitch and it's like International Women's Month, and then it's a fucking titty streamer on the front page of Twitch. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is who we have recommending Women's Month.
We're
Anyways.
gonna go through Twitch's stuff with some of the streamer stuff, and I want to talk about Alexis, Texas later on. So,
Oh, yeah, okay. Fuck, what was I saying? God damn it, that completely derailed me.
casual, you're like,
Oh.
yeah,
So I know that every once in a while, like for some reason, Superman just flips a switch and he goes completely apeshit. And for a second, I thought that was gonna happen, and then I remembered the previous Justice League movie, because like when he flips his fucking, like if they go to like a different universe, it's this, it's basically like the same suit. And for a second, I was like, yeah, like I want to see
black
someone
suit?
get their ass beat, yeah.
oh,
So I was pretty excited. And I was like, wait, that won't happen. That didn't happen in the other one either. Fuck.
so yeah. According to this is from the director, not verbatim, but kind of what he said is like they gave him the black suit because also in the comics that's his like regenerating suit. It just absorbs solar energy better because it's black. So that's like the reason why they gave it to him. That, yeah. I just thought it looked really good. However, one of the things I don't like about Zack Snyder is he really has this thing where he draws parallels between Superman and Jesus, and I just think it's weird. Like,
How so?
In Man of Steel, like he literally goes to a church, right? And he is like, he's in there, and like the camera like pans over where it's like Jesus is like right behind him and stuff. Also, what Lex Luthor says is like our God is back and stuff like that. Also, he got resurrected. I mean, like that's part of the storyline, right? He's supposed to get resurrected, but it really felt like it wasn't long since Batman versus Superman, because I mean, in this movie as well, Lois is pregnant. So
I wanted to ask you about that. I caught that. She opens up the drawer. I mean, it wasn't really well hidden. There's a bright purple box of pregnancy tests.
They kept it on that for like 5 seconds of just showing the pregnancy test too.
Did you see it?
It's right there. And then in the one of the last scenes when they're moving back into the Kent farm, she's holding a basket for like a baby.
I did not see that.
Rather than the U-Haul box. Yeah, so I really want to know how long it's been since Batman versus Superman.
About 9 months.
Really? No, I feel like it was literally like 3 days since, and hey, he's back, you know? That's what it, like, that's why, like, he if you go back to watch, like, Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman, there's a lot of, like, parallels between Superman and Jesus and stuff like that.
Yeah, but one's way cooler than the other one.
I know, right?
Like, I'd take Superman before Jesus.
Yeah.
Easter would be so much cooler.
I gotta be a little
You don't
bit
have to go
quiet
around
like
looking
that.
for dumb eggs.
I gotta be a little quiet by agreeing with you saying Superman's better than Jesus because I live in Utah, so it's a little, there might be some pitchforks outside.
Yeah, but then you just like throw coffee at them and they'll shit their pants.
Yeah, true.
I shit on everyone, so don't be thinking I'm just an asshole to like one group of people. I shit on everyone. I'm an equal opportunity shitter.
It's true. Also, what'd you think of Martian Manhunter?
Oh, please. All right, there's 2 things I desperately want to beat home. Please, God, let Zack Snyder make more fucking movies in the DC world. Please, God. It's so much like Wonder Woman. You look at Wonder Woman 1984, that movie's dog shit compared to the 4 hours that was done in Justice League. You cannot tell me otherwise.
I agree.
And I guess he was supposed to do it, and then they put someone else in charge, and that woman did a terrible job.
Yeah.
Aquaman, which I think was a Zack Snyder film as well, was fucking spectacular. And Batman vs Superman kind of meh, and then the Batman movie was kind of meh, or the Superman movie.
I was gonna say, I don't think they made a Batman movie. I think he quit, didn't he? He's no longer Batman.
Yeah, because Justice League sucked dick.
I really hope that they have some way of bringing everyone back, because after this, this was amazing. They have to do something in the same continuity, because the new Batman film that they're making with the Twilight boy. He ain't a guy. He's a boy. It's in an alternate. It's in a different world, kind of thing. You know.
Well, they've already came out and said Zack's isn't canon, and I'm kind of pissed off at that. I'm like, this is the best movie they have come out with in forever.
This should be canon. I mean,
Warner Brothers came out and said no.
I mean, but that doesn't make sense either, because Suicide Squad, they're making another one, by the way.
Yeah. Is that Zack Snyder? I don't think it is.
I don't think it is Zack Snyder, but it's supposed to be in the same universe as this movie, or at least the Justice League movie.
Just run with it. Like, Warner Brothers, just sit back and let this man work. Like, just let him do it. Like, I guess the dude who's Jon Favreau for Mandalorian, he's telling, like, he is publicly asking LucasArts, the Disney version, to fuck off. Like, let him do it. And he has a track record of, like, making great shit. Like, I feel like Warner Brothers, like, just shut up and sit down for once. Just please, God, let this work out. Because you watch that epilogue, tell me you don't want to see that movie. Tell me you don't want to see the 3 movies that lead up to that. Like, okay, Jared Leto Joker, get it. It's kind of weird. It really is weird. Like, I was kind of like a fan of, like, you kind of can't judge what he did in Suicide Squad because he had like 3 minutes on screen. But seeing him in the epilogue, I was like, all right, that's a little weird. But you have Batman working with Joker, Deathstroke, Aquaman is God knows where. We don't know if he's dead. He's at least beat up.
In the thing, they show that Aquaman and Wonder Woman died.
I didn't know if they were going off of that. I thought this was a different outcome because they like actually pushed away Darkseid for a bit.
I think,
but that would check out.
Yeah, in the movie they show 2 different like future like premonitions, dreams, or whatever you want to, like visions of the future, right? There was one that Cyborg saw, and then there was one that
Bruce Wayne
he like dreamed of, right?
Yeah.
I think those 2 are in the same. Well, one of them was all of them died, right?
Yep.
All of them died. Darkseid took over, and then the one that they showed in Bruce Wayne's dream was they're all together trying to fight Superman and Darkseid and all of that stuff. So I think I think still in that future, Wonder Woman and Aquaman are dead.
Which sucks, because I do like Gal and I do like Jason. Their portrayals are fucking perfect. I love it. Which would suck, but I would love to see how the fuck we got to this point. Like, it was so cool. Like, you got fucking Batman and Joker working together, which I guess happens like quite a bit actually. But like, you never see it in a movie. That would be awesome to see. And then it really does. And then the other thing, please God, give us the fucking Deathstroke movie. Like, I'm tired of that thing just being hidden away somewhere. Like John Manganiello, whatever the fuck his name is, his Deathstroke looks cool as fucking shit, dude. Come on. Oh my God.
Yeah, Flash Thompson from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
Dude, I don't know. I know him as Sofia Vergara's husband. That's about it. Like, AKA one of the luckiest men on earth.
I agree. But yeah, as far as I know, I'm pretty sure the Deathstroke movie was also canceled. Like, it's not coming out.
It hasn't. They haven't said canceled, but they haven't said it wasn't or that it is canceled. It's literally just floating, and no one knows what's going on. I mean, and everyone, like, everything that I read, they were like, they want to see how Snyder's Justice League does before they finally decide what to do with this. And I'm like,
and it did well. Start pumping out more Zack Snyder movies.
Please, God, just let him do it. Like, even if it's not canon and you have to go back on it, you could just be like, all right, this is one of the different universes that the Flash started when he stopped the fucking 3 cubes from destroying the Earth. This is that one.
Even the Joker says, like, you've made so many alternate realities. So that's why I think, like, that's why he didn't have his tattoos in this one. Is like, this is an alternate reality towards before he got those tattoos or whatever. even though that wouldn't really match up with timelines and stuff. But because Barry goes back in time, and one time he's too early, the next time he might be too late, and everything like that. So I really want to see where they're going with this, even though I feel like it's probably not going to happen for a very long time, if at all.
Fingers crossed, man.
Also,
fingers crossed.
Again, another thing. It's another like nitpick thing, but this just felt like an Avengers movie, like the first Avengers movie to me.
I disagree.
Really? Because to me, this is how I kind of saw the movie, and then I drew up like a parallel towards the first Avengers movie. You send in a guy to take over the world, Steppenwolf or Loki, and then they're trying to take over the world, or open up a big portal so that Darkseid can come, which they later find out is what he's trying to do, because the anti-life formula or equation is on Earth. So that's why I just drew like two parallels between the two. They just seem very close together. You get a team together to make a movie, or not to to make a movie to fight the big bad. So there you go.
All right. Yeah, I just fucking hate Marvel. Other than the Incredible Hulk, they can all suck my dick. Like, they're all fucking trash. I don't care.
They're not all bad. Thor Ragnarok,
Yeah, they are.
come on.
Okay, Thor is like in the solid maybe column, but like Hulk for me is like super funny because it's like this really nerdy dude who just like instantly becomes one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. And then like Thor, I'll give like halfway. I still, the more I think about it, the more like you just took like a Norse god and just made him yours. That's kind of weird to me. And then Captain America is just a fucking some nerdy ass dude they pump full of steroids and HGH, and all of a sudden he's a superhero. Fuck off with that. I don't give a shit about that. Black Widow, maybe. I have to see the movie.
She's not a good character. I'm just gonna say it outright.
Hawkeye, I could give a fuck. That dude's Robin Hood.
Like Arrow, like
Hawkeye, I don't really give a shit. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just Iron Man. Don't really give a shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're just weird to me. Like, half their superheroes aren't even superheroes.
I don't know. I feel like Marvel is more towards fantasy stuff, and then like DC.
Is it though?
DC deals with more towards like realistic stuff.
Right,
somewhat.
I don't agree with. One guy gets charged up by the sun. How is that realistic? Plant man. Another woman controls a fucking plant. Plant.
So here's my thing about DC and their realism. Obviously, I'm not talking about their characters, because then what's the point of making a comic book? What I'm saying is like they deal with like realistic problems and stuff. One of them, the Rogues Gallery, in one of their comics, they deal with drug addiction within their group and stuff like that, and dealing with that. A lot of it actually, now that I think about it, a lot of the DC comics, a lot of them talk about anti-drug use and stuff, and a lot of that is because during the time of their release, there was a lot of anti-drug.
Just say no.
Yeah, but there was a lot of that stuff going on. But comparing that to whereas Marvel, it's just like, yeah, this dude took a bunch of gamma rays and didn't die. And then they turned it into a whole new thing where it's like the Hulk is like its own entity. He protected you from that gamma ray. Yeah. It just makes more things are more realistic in DC to me. So
I would go the other way with that. I would say Marvel's technically more realistic with that one, because it's just they even have like like they had like army recruiting things with Captain America, for fuck's sakes. Like, you mean to tell me that if Captain America was real, America wouldn't immediately hop on this train and be like, join the fucking Marines. Look at this guy, huh? Look at him. He's fucking huge. He gets laid all the time. Let's go. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we're just 69ing on this idea. You're one way, I'm the other.
I'm okay with that. All right, and then did you get the last thing in the movie where it was for Autumn and everything like that? I thought that was really sad.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't? Do you know why Zack Snyder left the original film?
Oh, that. Okay. I thought you were talking about like something in the DC universe. Yes, that was his daughter or stepdaughter who killed herself.
Yeah, his daughter killed herself, and then like this whole movie was pretty much like for her kind of thing. Like he left this project, and then he decided to come back to it to like express himself and to send it out. And I don't know if you saw, but in the background, a lot of it there was a lot of AFSP.org stuff going on, which is like the suicide prevention.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that in there, and I think like I thought that was really nice for him.
That's
to
really
put it
cool.
in there. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So one of the scenes where I noticed it was when Barry and Bruce were driving away in his car. It kind of lingers on that highway that they just drove, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's a billboard that literally just says "You are not alone," and then it has the suicideprevention.org on it and everything like that. So I thought that was really a really cool. Good message and stuff like that. So I mean, that made me earn a whole lot more respect for that, man. That's really awesome. I mean, we're not sponsored or anything, but definitely if you need help or anything, definitely like visit the website and stuff, and just get some help if you need it.
Even if you just need to talk to someone, like especially with all the shit going on nowadays. Yeah, I'm one of those people who think that like guns aren't the issue. It's you need to take away like the faux pas of like mental illness, and unfortunately, like that it's just never gonna happen. Yeah, it's like, apparently always there. You're not broken, and someone will always listen to you, even if it's just that one fucking hotline. Like if you need something, please do it. Yeah. You wanna know something funny that happened today that kind of involves that? Which is it's a dark joke. I was like, I don't know if you right now. Funny. It's a dark joke. All so, right. I walked to go get Ava, and the teacher, her teacher's like, the bell doesn't dismiss you, I dismiss you type of people. Oh, I know all about that. Yeah, I fucking hate that bitch. So I'm sitting there and I was talking to Presley and I'm just like bullshit, and I'm like, time keeps going by and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, 6 minutes go by and I'm like, cool, thanks bitch. And so I'm asking Ava, I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, how come, what happened? I guess like a whole bunch of kids, like they were playing a game, and then like this is just my take on it from what was told to me. So just FYI, I guess they play house during recess. So like someone will be the mom and they like take care of all the kids. And I guess one of the kids, he thought it would be okay to say like, I want to hang myself. And I was like, she told me this and I go, that's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And she goes, what? Well, anyways, they got held up because Ava told the teacher everything. And it just snowballed to like these other kids being like, well, I want to die this way. I'm going to kill myself this way. Like it just snowballed into this complete thing. And I was like, Jesus Christ. And we were at the stoplight and I was like, it's kind of weird for a kid who doesn't even know how to tie his own shoes saying he's going to hang himself. And they're like, one of the kids who was there in Ava's class, like just like stopped. He was waiting across the street and I didn't even see him. And I say that and his eyes just get all wide. And I was like, I probably shouldn't have said that. That was probably pretty bad. Like, I don't know. But I didn't see it as like a serious situation. It was just like a bunch of kids just like doing dumbass shit. Just not even knowing what they're saying. Yeah. But it kind of cracked me up a little bit just to see that kid's reaction and then, self-reflection. I was like, fuck. Probably going to get a talking to. But who cares? Tomorrow's her last day of school. What's that bitch going to do to me? I've been trying to get Ava to, on tomorrow's her last day, is to like on her last day, just get up and leave. Because Ava hates it when she's stuck in there too. So like as soon as the bell rings, just get up and go. I've been trying to get her to do that. So I'll let you guys know next week if that happened, because I think that would be fucking hilarious. Just Ava, sit down. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I don't know where to lead off of that joke. I guess I got one more thing to say about the movie. Well, two more things, I guess. Do you know who Ryan Choi is? No. They mentioned him in the movie. He is the Atom. He's the Atom hero, I guess you could call him. If you've ever seen like the Arrow and stuff, they added in a character in there to be the Atom for a little bit. This is technically supposed to be the next Atom. Okay.
But yeah, they just like mentioned him how he's like I forget what kind of professor or whatever he is, but he's supposed to later on become the Atom if they ever make any more DC shows or movies. So I was really excited to hear about that. I didn't know who Ryan Choi was either until I had to look it up. And then the other thing is, secret identities don't mean shit, apparently. How many times did they call each other by their names rather than their superhero name? Like, it just felt really off every time they were like, Clark,
Bruce.
Barry,
There's always witnesses, too. I'm like,
there's always people there. It's like, really?
You guys are dumb as shit.
I mean,
to be fair, let's look at their fucking personalities, right? Like, the big glaring one is Superman. All he does is he curls his little hair and he puts glasses on. And all of a sudden, he's like, no one knows who the fuck he is.
They've done it before in real life, and it has worked. So they've done that with celebrities where they just put glasses on them and people can't tell.
I would have been like, I think they only showed you the times it works. I think there was way more times where they're like, holy shit, you're so-and-so. Like, I fucking know you. Like, they're not going to show you the bad ones. They might show you one or two, but I refuse. Well, then again, 60% of people think that chocolate milk comes from brown cows, so.
Yeah. But
yeah, I don't.
You refuse to think that it actually is always like that.
I can't think people are that stupid. Otherwise, I'll be depressed.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I had to say about the movie was just me going on a little rant about each character and stuff. I'm really glad they finally showed all 7 from all those posters saying unite the 7, and they didn't have 7 heroes in the movie when they finally added Martian Manhunter, John Jones.
He needs a fucking movie.
He does. Or at least make him a bigger part. Like, it felt weird that he's on the Earth and everything, but he does nothing to help with the current situation.
Curtis brought that up too. He's just like, dude, at what point do we finally get the motherfuckers here? Like, when do we get the Legion of Doom? That would be a fucking bonkers movie.
Yeah.
Like, fuck Justice League, fuck Avengers. You give us the first group of bad guy movies, holy shit, dude. I guarantee you that would sell like no one's business. Be like, yeah, dude, the fucking Joker and Lex Luthor got together and created this big old gun. It's like, dude, come the fuck on. That'd be so cool.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess that's all I had to say on DC Justice League. You got anything else before?
Oh, we're wrapping this up, dude. I thought we were like smack dab in the middle.
I was just saying before we move on, but.
Oh yeah, I'm all for moving on.
All right.
We've been on this one for a minute.
So let's talk about Alexis Texas.
Yeah, I'm curious where this is going.
Apparently, Twitter had her name trending.
Of course.
That's because it's like the anniversary or something of Hannah Montana's like TV show.
Okay.
Alternate name for Hannah Montana was Alexis Texas. They couldn't.
No, it wasn't.
Yep, they couldn't use the name because it was taken by a porn star.
I don't know who that is. I don't.
Yeah, Alexis Texas, big ass, hot. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I just thought it was interesting because if you go through Twitter and click on her little tab for trending, you get to see all the people tweeting about like how they have Alexis Texas name trending, but they don't show any pictures of her and stuff like that. And then finally, like, there's all those people who's like, yeah, if for all the people who don't know, Alexis Texas was the original name, or like the alternate name that they were going to use for Hannah Montana, but they couldn't because it was taken. So I just thought I'd bring that up a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, looking back on it now, it probably would have fit. Like, knowing what Miley Cyrus would go on to do, like, immediately after leaving that show, kind of fits.
I won't lie. I watched that show.
You watched Hannah Montana? I guess I was too old for it.
There wasn't... For me, we didn't really have, like, a lot of TV and stuff. We had, like, this thing where you could watch shows through our telephone provider or whatever, Verizon. And so we had like Disney, and that was about it. So I had to sit and watch, like, it's either I had to rewatch Zack and Cody for like the 1 billionth time, or start some other shows. So I watched Zack and Cody. I watched Hannah Montana. I watched Wizards of Waverly Place and stuff like that. So I had a big old like I learned a lot about those shows, and it's because it was like the only thing I could watch. But yeah, they didn't have Lilo and Stitch.
That was my jam back in the day.
Oh man, that so good.
The amount of little kids running around and just saying Ohana.
Yeah. The other thing, Disney Plus is getting episodes for the amazing and totally real documentary on National Treasure. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
They are starting a TV show about it. It's not going to have the same cast, unfortunately.
I'm out.
It's going to be like 10 episodes long. I didn't really like check in a lot with it because the second I learned Nick Cage isn't in it, I'm out kind of thing. But apparently they're getting a show for it. And also, they're still in the works for a third film for National Treasure. That's not going to be related to this. So we might see Nick Cage in action as Benjamin from National Treasure.
Please.
It was a good movie, wasn't it?
All of them were good.
It was.
I feel like that those movies don't get talked about enough for like how truly great. Like that was one of the movies where arguably the sequels were better than the original. Like, and it never works out that way. Like it's Terminator, National Treasure, Deadpool. That's about where the list at Blade. I'll throw Blade in there too.
I don't Terminator.
Terminator 2 was way better than the first one. Hey, you can't count this new shit. You look at Terminator 1, arguably boring. Then you watch 2, and it's just like, oh, now this story makes sense. This is so much better. Storytelling, action. Arnold was like way pumped for that one. Like, come on, dude.
I'll give it to you for 2. I mean, 3 wasn't good.
3. Look, I just said the sequels are better. 3 was okay. I still think better than 1, but not better than 2.
Empire? A New Hope and Empire for Star Wars? I think Empire was better than A New Hope. But then again, I also think that the 6th movie, which would be in the 3rd movie, was better than Empire, in my opinion. Empire Strikes Back and then Return of the Jedi. I think Return of the Jedi was better than Empire. I'm going to get a hot take, but yeah. I just...
Yeah, but that was the time that I don't that's not the era we're in now. Like back then, like if they did do a sequel, it was almost guaranteed to be better. Fast forward to like the most
Same
like
thing
the
with
recent
Terminator.
like yeah, but I feel like that's what I was about to say is that within these past like 20 some odd years, like there was a shift where they're like, fuck it, the first one did great. Let's just make another one and make money.
Yeah.
Like they didn't care about like furthering a story. I feel like early 90s is like right where that switch happened, because even like Emperor's New Groove is like a super underrated Disney movie. That second one, you can't even, good luck trying to tell me what the fuck that was about, or finding someone else to do it, because who fucking knows. For fuck's sakes, they even made
a lot of sequels for the Disney movies, didn't they?
Yeah, Lion King had 2, and then they went back and they had Lion King 2.5, and then like a half.
Mulan?
And it was just like no one wanted to know that. I didn't even know Mulan had a second one. I'm guessing it was really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. The first one the first one had good music, but it didn't make much sense.
Mulan?
The first Mulan. I mean, I liked the movie. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't. It was weird. It just didn't make sense either.
I fucked with Mulan. As like a boy who was like, well, a boy who was like I was around when that came out, and it was like super cool. Like, I didn't really like Disney princesses because I was like, stereotypical dude. I was like, oh, this is dumb. And then like Mulan came out, and I was like, fuck yeah, fuck up that dude.
I mean, she's not a princess. I mean, like, I get what you mean by like them.
She's a princess.
The women said she's not a princess.
She's a princess. She's like the unofficial princess. It's just like,
okay, yeah.
I'd take Mulan before Pocahontas and Cinderella. That bitch can't even keep track of her shoes. Yeah. Mulan's out here fighting fucking the Huns, not even giving a shit.
Yeah. Also, going on Mulan now. I really like how they added in the detail where the Huns, oh,
Huns, Huns.
yeah. They didn't even care that she was a woman. Did you notice that? Well, ever watching it or rewatching it, like they always just called her a warrior because in their traditions and stuff, women are also fighters rather than Chinese tradition where it's always men.
Did not know that.
Yeah, so that's why they always showed like in a way, their own way, like respect to her as a warrior because she's a good fighter, rather than the Chinese always being like, "Oh, you can't fight, you're a woman," like stuff like that. That's why they were always asking for sons. Well, I mean, the Huns, I think they're supposed to be like Mongolians, right?
Yeah.
Mongolians don't care if you're a man or a woman. They don't care what's under your belt. Like, they will take you as a fighter kind of thing, as long as you can fight. So, there's a little fun fact for you.
I don't think you could bring that up to like PC people nowadays, because if once you start talking about Huns, there's a certain man whose DNA is still floating around because of what he did. Like that's actually cool, but Genghis. Like unfortunately, yeah, old Genghis really tainted the water on that one, huh? Fuck, he's taking women to battle, and that's not all he's doing. But I don't know, man. That would have been so cool to bring up to like someone, just be like, yeah, do you want to know one of the first civilizations to do it? What? Well, it's not really a civ. It's the Huns, just to see if they make that connection.
It's
start testing people. It's true. Old Genghis.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Gangy boy.
Oh, there was something else I was going to bring up. I don't remember now. My mind just blanked after talking about Mulan this whole time.
So, do you want me to take? Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Take a little bit of time.
Mine's a complete change.
Mine is too.
Okay, so, some kind of like minor news, like to show you kind of how stupid people are. One of my favorite YouTubers, the Game Grumps, got in trouble, and it involves one of the guys from Game Grumps. His name's Danny Avidan. They were calling him like a groomer and shit. Now I'm gonna explain this story to you, and you let me know where this is gross and someone should not be allowed to be famous anymore because of it. Let me know when. All right.
California.
No.
It's not a states versus country.
Well, so what happens is, Game Grumps have been a thing for Jesus Christ, basically like the whole thing of YouTube. Like it was JonTron, then whatever happened. JonTron leaves, Aaron brings in Dan, and they arguably amass a bigger following. So, with fans comes groupies, essentially. One woman somehow gets a hold of Dan. She reaches out to him, and she explains like she has a crush on him, really loves it. Dan then asks, how old are you? She goes, well, I'm 17 in 11 months. Dan quits texting. 4 years later from that, she starts talking to him again. They meet up. I guess they fuck before a live show.
Okay.
And Dan does not respond to her whatsoever. And she leaks all of the messages that they had up until this point, including the one where like she says how old she is, and he leaves her alone. Now this guy is being accused of grooming when he had sex with a 22-year-old.
No.
Is that grooming? That's what I thought too. I was like, dude, I can't say that because I'm like a massive fan of this man, but it's like none of this makes sense of grooming. Like if you look at Ryan from like Achievement Hunter, that dude is a fucking monster. Like that guy is a whole new level. Like,
you look at my 7th grade history teacher. That's a groomer right there. That's not a joke. Like, he's in prison.
There was one video I watched, and it hit on it, and it's just like you can't say that women can do their own thing and then immediately flip back on it because this just doesn't make sense. Like, how can you say they're like a protected class when you want them to be independent? That doesn't make sense. And the other thing is, at what point do you just acknowledge like hoes gonna be hoes? Like this thing has been around. Like if going back to the whole Al Bundy thing, like if you watched Married with Children, like Kelly was the character Kelly was like constantly selling out for these dudes and bands. Like she just wanted to fuck them, and there's nothing wrong with that. But now like that's a consenting adult, and now it's just like, well, you're grooming, and it's like no, like there's just sick people who just want to do shit with famous people. That's all they want to do. I don't know. That's my take. It's just like, all right, I guess groupies are no longer a thing. Moving on.
My thing is, I always thought groupies were just a group of people that really loved them. I didn't realize groupies meant underage people that really liked them.
Nope. Nope. Those are fans. And then once you're a consenting adult, then you turn into a groupie. It's like Pokemon evolution.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, you're 18. All right, now I'm a groupie.
I can't, like, that's not, in my opinion, I don't think that's grouping or, like, grooming at all. Like,
no.
He literally stopped the conversation, and then she, again, contacted him 4 years later. Like, that's her own fault, okay? Just because he ignored you doesn't mean, like, you get to try and destroy his life. This is nothing to do, like, this is not his fault at all.
Agreed. I always like pointing out stupid people. I feel like stupid people. I'm a fan of public shaming. If you do something stupid, you should then be shamed for it. So hopefully you can self-correct. Well, and random woman, I hope somehow you hear this and you realize that you're a fucking schmuck.
Speaking of stupid people, you know Alinity, right?
Yeah, I already know where this is going.
You see how she started an OnlyFans, huh? Now,
yep.
now, everybody, you should know that this OnlyFans has no nudity content, okay?
None.
Now, this is about body expression as art, and she sees it as art. Now, did you see this on Twitter?
No, the first place I saw it was a reaction to it.
Oh, buddy, you should have read those Twitter comments, because all of them, other than like two thirsty people, were flaming her and making fun of her, because they're like, oh yeah, well, if you want to see her tits, you get to see more of that on her Twitch channel. Or, wow, you have more nudity on other platforms than OnlyFans? Interesting. And then there's just there's just one person on there that just tweeted out, not a job. So I just, oh man.
Here's the thing. Along with like changing the view on like mental health, like if you have some sort of thing going on, it's perfectly fine to talk about it and to seek help. I think the other thing we need to do is to like get men some fucking backbones, all right? Because I am quite simply tired of this whole fucking simp thing.
Yeah.
Like there is an ungodly amount who put people on pedestals, and it's like, one, you never, ever, ever have a chance to sleep with this individual or even go on a date without donating a shitload of money. There's no fucking way. And even then, those things are too slim. And two, let's be real. Alinity is not bad looking. I'm not going to try to argue with this. Whatever. That fucking symmetry shit, she checks the boxes. That is a terrible human being. Like, that is an awful human being. Terrible. This woman has like full on, well, let's just start from ground one. I think she's originally from Colombia. Okay. She came from Colombia. She then went to school in Canada and realized she wanted to stay. On stream has admitted that she married a Canadian man just to get citizenship. Nothing happens to her. On stream, she feeds her cat vodka. Nothing happens to her. On stream, throws her cat across the fucking room. Nothing happens to her. On stream, dog basically eats her out. Nothing happens to her. If you're going to simp for someone, at least make sure it's like someone worthy of it. Like, this woman is fucking terrible.
Now,
terrible.
Isn't this the same woman who had a nip slip on stream?
Yeah, that totally wasn't on purpose.
Now, isn't this also the woman who showed her vagina on stream? By accident, by the way, everyone. She just apparently wasn't wearing underwear that day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And then, Arby's and Quizno ads came up out of nowhere.
Just saying, she's not good. She's not a good human being, for one, obviously. And two, like, just don't buy her OnlyFans. That's the only two things I have to say about that.
Did you see how much it was?
Isn't it like $35?
$25 a fucking month.
No.
$25 to not even see titty. And here's the best part. Someone went in and, like, I guess because there's nothing posted when that video that I saw was made. It's her professional photo shoots. Okay? Which I guess she used to do all the time and post on her Twitter. So you used to get this shit for free, and now she's hiding it behind a paywall. And it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ. We got to get some backbones in some dudes. Be like, you got to be like, it's okay to talk to women and it not go well to where she doesn't want to talk to you again. You just move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Like, we got to get rid of simps. If somehow I get like nominated for president, my whole thing is like, yeah, we're getting rid of simps.
Outlawing simps. Take them to prison.
Dude, we're going to send you to re-education camp where like we just show you a bunch of man stuff. Just to get some testosterone back in that husk that you got, you fuck. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, like, go out and treat women like shit. I'm just saying, like, realize they're humans, and there's nothing that special about them. Just like us. There ain't nothing special about us. We're just two shitty species living together. Get the fuck out of here.
Just talk to them like you talk to a man, kind of. Like, you don't have to, like, tiptoe around them all the time. You don't have to treat them like they're gods or whatever. Just, like, they're just people.
Dude, I've never understood that meaning. I've never, like, or that way of thinking. I just, I don't know. That's cool. If you like them, that's cool. Try not to act like a fucking creep. That's step one. But giving her money to see naked pictures.
No.
Dude, the best quote I got, it's from It's a Gundam on YouTube. And he goes, I can't imagine dating in this world. You're trying to find a woman who doesn't want to sell naked pictures of her body for a 5-for-5 Wendy's meal. And I was like, damn, that's a whole lot of shit. That's a whole lot of shit. I agree. That would be terrible.
Now, you can call me a bad guy or whatever, but I seriously just talk to women how I would talk to, like, people in our Discord or whatever. I will make fun of you. I will shit talk you, but at the same time, I will, like, compliment you if you do something well, or, like, if you make through, like, a life achievement or something. Like, I will be there as a human being, not as some person who's trying to look at you nude. Like, we have
a monster in the bushes.
We have, like, 3 females in our Discord. Like, I don't, like, do I talk to them, like, any different than I would talk to you? Half the time, though, I guess I should say I am trying to take away their husbands, so there is that.
That's solid.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it, but there is a few people who act a little bit different when ladies come around.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a few, and I see it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, Jesus Christ, act normal. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Maybe like war on drugs, war on simps. You can't say war on pussies because then the message gets misconstrued. It's like, wait, are we fighting women?
Dicks get stuck in weird places. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to bring up, other than Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but they've only had 1 episode, so there's not much to go off of that. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
All I was gonna say, other than they really hate mentioning the word mutants, because, like, they own the X-Men now, but they hate having to say that word. The amount of times where they have shown, like, superhuman beings, they say, are they one of the, and then, like, they'll get cut off by someone else talking. That's about it.
What the fuck?
Like,
all right.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, please, like, say it out loud so we have confirmation that they're in there. You don't have to have this big box office movie to explain why there are now mutants in this. Like, we can kind of already understand that something happened after the snap, or before the blip, or after the blip, or whatever they want to call it. When all these people came back, some of them came back different, it seems like, But yeah, that's about it. That's like the only thing you can really say about Falcon and the Winter Soldier right
now. One last thing before we play country or state.
Ooh, all right.
So there's a sports channel that I watch that I specifically only knew about because, like, my favorite porn star is a reporter there. And they got this other woman. Yeah, you already know who it is. So
I didn't know she was part of a sports thing, but go on.
Me neither. It was just part of the pot, baby. So they got this other woman there, and she's not ugly. I'm not trying to say that, but I guess she does a podcast on there where they talk about sports, and one of their segments was that they took a peek inside of her DMs, and the first one, she labeled them from like not as bad to terrible. And the first one, I don't remember the second one. Just future warning. Go find this video on YouTube.
Okay.
I was telling them you don't have to.
I know who it is. I kind of want to go find this.
No, it's not. It's not Lisa Ann. It's not.
No,
it's
not
some
there,
other woman who works there.
I was hoping that she'd be in that video too, though.
So they go into the DMs, and the first one is just like, I thought this was actually kind of funny, and she did too. So it's not like I'm just being a perv. So the guy sends her a message, "What'd you have for lunch?" And then he waited like 20 minutes, and of course she didn't respond. And so like 20 minutes later, he responds, "Don't tell me. I want to figure it out by licking your asshole."
Oh, God.
It's like, Jesus. Like, what an opening line. Like, just clear intentions. All right, respect it. Kind of gross.
It's gross, but yeah.
But the third one, and this is the one to take away from this. This guy sent her a dick pic, of course, because there's always that guy. Sent her a dick pic, and in the picture, it's his wiener with an iPhone with a picture of her on Instagram, which she admits wasn't even one of her hot pictures. And he had his wiener, and he had his phone, and I guess the thing about it was, this was like a couple years ago, so like iPhones weren't as big as they were. So yeah, they were looking at it and they go, "This guy's at full chub. His dick doesn't even reach the volume down button." And so they were just like, "Look, we don't recommend sending dick pictures, but if you do, at least make sure you can turn down your phone with your fucking penis."
Yeah. See,
I found that funny.
I've got a rule when I buy phones: is my dick has to be larger than the phone. You know, that's why I always get extra large phones. All right.
Oh yeah, me
totally.
too.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's. Oh, go ahead.
No. You keep going.
I wanted to bring this up last week because I wanted to see, like, have you ever sent anyone a dick pic? Because I have. I've sent one. That's a lie. I've sent one.
No, I guess. I mean,
You've never sent any.
I've sent a picture to the boys, but it was me like fully clothed and it was a joke kind of thing, you know. I've never sent like an actual dick pic to like anybody. Are you okay?
No, sorry, I was looking for the video. No,
Okay.
they make it seem that like all these dudes are doing it, and like everyone I talk to, either I know a bunch of fucking liars or like it's just a small group of people, two ways, not just one, that are doing it, and I just I'm so confused. I was like, I've never. Not once have I thought while I was talking to a woman, she wants to see my dick.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Not once have I thought that.
I've never been in a relationship long enough where it's like, you know, you get to like the sexting stage or whatever. So I've never sent.
Wait, you think relationships should be going on, like sexting happens at the later on in the relationship?
That's just me. I don't
Me
know.
and you have had two different experiences. All of my shit happens in the front.
I've only had 2 relationships, and none of them ended in sex. So,
Oof.
So I mean, that's just me. Yeah.
All of mine's happened in front. The girl I was talking to at the time, she's like, "Well, before I know if this works, you should just send it to me." I was like, "All right, fucking." And to be fair, it was not like a catfish thing. Like I knew this girl from like middle school to like elementary school, like, and we just grew up, and then I moved away. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I sent it to her, and she goes, "That's a bit bigger than I thought it was." I was like, "What the fuck does that say? What the fuck? Like, you think I'm just walking around with a Tic Tac? Thanks, bitch. Jesus." Needless to say, I didn't talk to her after that. I felt I was actually pretty offended. I was like, "Look, I understand it's a compliment, but there's a stinger hidden behind that compliment." Jesus, fucking bitch.
Yeah.
She's got like 4 kids now.
Makes
and
sense.
She's like the same age as me. She just has 4 kids. I was like, Jesus, wasted no time at all. Avoided that one.
Now, I just want everyone to know, I've learned a lot about Shu over, what is it, almost 6 years now?
Sure.
I think I've known you for 5 years, and then coming up on 6, but she's hot. Anyway.
No. That photo's done up. Don't let that fool you.
Oh, I bet it is. I'm just saying, with this Photoshop photo. He just sent me the video of the going through her DMs and everything like that. But oh great, now I don't even remember what I was talking about.
You knew me for a long time.
I've known you for a long time, so I wanted to ask you this question: is this the same person who brought their baby to a concert? Yeah, this was during your Sea of Thieves days, when you're streaming that over as twitch.tv/Shuby.
Oh.
Yep. You mentioned that there was a girl who was at a concert. She took a picture of it, posted it on Facebook, and she also had like her newborn with her.
No, this is a different one.
Okay, got it.
No, not that hood rat. This is a different one.
It's funny, you know, all these strange people.
Strange, common folks, man.
Yep. Anyway, I just want to mention, I miss flip phones because you were talking about DMs and phones and stuff. I miss flip phones. Like the new phones that we have are cool. They're a great distraction and everything. I just thought flip phones were cool. I really want them to bring those back.
I miss the slider phones.
Those were also cool. That's why I got the LG Wing, because I can technically slide it now.
Hi-yo!
Yeah. I broke the screen in the back though by dropping it too many times.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I miss how easy flip phones used to be. Like, yeah, you had to click a button multiple times to get to a different letter and stuff like that when texting, but I just felt like it just felt more casual to talk to people on it. Like, it was meant to take phone calls and to text people. That was pretty much it on those. Like, some of them had games on them, but like it was all just like calls and texting, which in my mind, that's like the best way to talk to a girl, other than face to face, of course. Now it's all these like emojis and like acronyms for words and stuff like that. It just doesn't make sense to me anymore. I guess I'm just old. I don't know.
Welcome to the club. We've reverted back to cavemen. Like just hieroglyphics. It just jumbled up like fucking letters, and we're like, no, this stands for I don't give a fuck, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's like that's exactly what I mean. It's like I don't understand what people are sending me anymore. If it's not in words that I can understand, if it's in memes, like some memes I understand, but if they're sending memes to try to explain themselves, it doesn't make sense. That's why whenever I send you memes to ask if you're ready for the podcast, they actually have words attached to them.
Yeah. No, I get that. So I'm guilty of like sending GIFs as like answers, but they explain themselves.
Yeah, but like I don't understand emojis at all. I guess I'm just old, but which doesn't make sense. I'm 21. I should be understanding all of the things that people are sending, but I don't.
You're an old soul. That's all it is.
It's true. I love my 30s music.
Nothing like chestnuts roasting on an open fire. What? I like standing in line for crackers. What?
You can't say that anymore. Now hold up.
No. You can be racist to white people. That's perfectly okay. Just ask Twitter.
Yes. Yeah, obviously.
Racist only works if it's like against a minority.
Which doesn't make sense. I mean, technically, the majority population of race is Asian. So to me, it doesn't make sense as to why.
Now, hold on.
We're offended at times, but
if you say Asian, you like. I was going like. I guess I was being more specific. I was gonna go with like, yeah, China. Like Chinese is like the most popular race, and then you got like Indians, and then I think it's Brazilians, and like. I don't even know. I guess I'm looking too broad in terms of like what Americans would call racism, but like overall, I'm looking pretty specific.
I just went with Asian because I didn't know it. I knew it was an Asian race that was the majority in the world. I couldn't remember which one. I was thinking China, but I was like, I could be India.
It's China by a fucking mile, right? Hold on.
Yeah. I don't really want to get into this conversation with racism and stuff, but
there's not much you can go to. Like,
it's
Chinese
weird.
is 18.4% of the world. Nearly 18.5% is Chinese, followed by India. What? America's number 3. Nuh-uh.
America as in like white people, or is it like the melting pot total?
It says United States. It's going by total population of 2020.
Okay.
Chinese had 1.4 billion. India 1.3 billion. Nearly like holy shit. Nearly like another 100 million ahead of it. And then America is third at 331 million. I thought Brazil was like way up there.
I don't know. I guess for...
I don't know if I trust this. They say like Mexico's 10.
Maybe you shouldn't trust that.
Yeah, that I thought Mexico was like well in the top 10 because like Mexico City alone is like one of the most densely populated places in the world.
Yeah. I'm trying to open up something while we discuss this. It's not really working well for me right now.
Oh, I got the perfect time waster. All right, countries and states. This one's just a warm up. Yeah, it's not a country or state. It's just funny. An Australian white tree frog from Florida was selected as the 2021 Cadbury Bunny.
A bunny?
A tree frog is the Cadbury Bunny.
Okay, are we playing states?
Yeah. I just wanted to warm you up. All right, we're dipping the toe in. Now we're going for the full jump.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going state.
Okay.
Police in a state pull over a driver going 149 miles an hour.
State? You said?
It's a state. It's a state.
Oh man, I'm going with Minnesota.
Pretty similar. Kansas.
Oh.
The state that's flatter than a fucking pancake. A woman was pulled over and said to the officer asked how fast she was going, of course, when he finally got her. Well, I looked down at the speedometer and I was doing 128. Officer looked at her and said, well, according to the gun, 149 miles an hour. So have fun going to jail for a speeding ticket. Jesus Christ. Because I don't know if you know this, but there's like a certain threshold you go over, like whatever the speed limit is, you go over it, straight to jail. They don't even fucking ask. They just take you.
Oh, yeah. Here's a little thing. Did you know, going by like just geologically, if that's even a word, Florida is literally the flattest state.
It's flatter than Kansas?
It is. Well, if you don't count the buildings and everything like that, obviously.
Yeah.
But like,
no,
like the land itself, it is flatter than any other state.
Damn. Yeah, I thought it was Kansas because like there was that long joke for like a decade that like you can see Kansas from one side or the other because it's as flat as a pancake, and then some fuckers went out with like the geological survey like poles where you can measure elevation. It's like what they do before construction, and they're like, yeah. A pancake is this, Kansas is this. Therefore, Kansas is flatter than a pancake.
No, it's pretty much the same thing with Florida. There's like no mountains there. There's like barely any hills apparently. And like if you stand on top of a building, you can pretty much like if your eyesight is good enough, you can pretty much see across the entire state as well.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's weird to think about. Anyway, next one.
I think it's look. This is gonna be kind of a joke, but like kind of real at the same time. I think that's because like hurricanes like keep washing away sediment that is Florida. Like you get a wall of water that's spinning around in a circle, it's gonna move dirt and some people. Like
and cars.
I don't know.
And
pets.
Eventually, Florida's just gonna erode away and it's just be ocean. Same thing with California.
No. See, I'll be sad when that happens to Florida. California, meh.
If we lose both of them, we don't have a Disneyland or Disney World here anymore.
I'm okay with that. I don't want to go to amusement park to stand in lines.
You mean amusement park that costs like $1,000?
That too.
Yeah.
I find it weird that those fuckers are advertising now like COVID restrictions. Well, I guess in Florida they're up, but I guess not California. I don't know. City Overland Park, Kansas police clocked the woman's vehicle Sunday going 149 on I-435 near U.S. Highway 69.
Hey!
which is more than double the legal limit. So, yeah. Next one, we're going with states. Surveillance video shows 4 cougars outside of a home.
That's it? Cougars.
Yeah. 4 cougars. It's like a Ring doorbell. And it's just 4 mountain lions chilling outside this person's home. What state?
Oh, I gotta think where cougars live. Or was it from like a zoo?
No, it's there's raw cougars, untamed cougars.
I don't know where those live. I'm going off
Mountain lions. How about mountain lions? Does that help you?
I'm still going off of Red Dead Redemption 2 stuff in my brain.
Okay.
I'm going with Arizona.
Arizona. No. Utah.
Oh, what?
A Utah man captured home surveillance footage of 4 cougars near his basement door.
Oh.
Rich Penman of Mill Creek uploaded the video from his Ring camera. The station reported Saturday. The video clearly shows the large cats wandering past the door. One appears to peek through a window.
Yeah, up in that area, along with, I think it's Cottonwood and stuff like that, it's pretty much just people live on a mountain. Like, you could drive up there and there'll literally just be deer in people's front yard and moose. A moose.
Another fun fact about some cougars. Washington State University, their mascot's the cougar. I don't know if you know this, but in college football games, they all have like hand signals and shit. Do you want to guess what Washington State's is? I guarantee you won't get this because it makes no sense.
Middle finger.
Close. It's the shocker. Whenever their football team is doing something cool or their basketball team, they all hold up the shocker.
What's a shocker?
You don't know what a shocker is?
No.
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink, 2 fingers. Like do the Spock thing, but put your ring finger down.
Oh no, I'm doing it right now. Really?
Yeah, you've never heard of this?
No.
Oh my god.
I mean, I've seen this before, but I've never known it was called the shocker.
Yeah. You give them the finger, and then the shocker comes from the pinky. You start exploring some caves.
All right.
The last one is a country. The government urges residents not to change names to salmon for free sushi.
Wait, they're trying to change the name of what?
Okay, so I guess in this country, if your name is salmon, you get free sushi. And the government came out and was just like, don't do this. Do not change your name to salmon.
Oh, for free sushi, huh?
For free sushi.
Chile.
No. Taiwan. I was hoping you were going to say Japan because that's like kind of like the dead giveaway.
I was thinking Japan. I was like, nah, that's too obvious.
March 18th, the Taiwanese government is urging residents not to change their legal names to salmon to take advantage of the restaurant's free sushi promotion. The Taiwan Ministry of the Interior said, that's a dumb name, said nearly 100 people have registered to change names to salmon under the country's Name Act to take advantage of restaurant chain Sushiro's promotion, which promises free sushi for customers whose name include the Chinese characters used to spell the name of the fish.
Okay. That's weird. Why? I wouldn't even. No. Don't change your name. I'm going to agree with. Why?
My name's, Matthew Salmon. What?
No. Just, although, I mean, like, salmon is really good, especially on sushi, but it's not worth changing your name at all.
Oh, I guess this is why. The ministry urged residents not to change their names for the promotion, pointing out that the Name Act only allows a person to change their name 3 times, meaning some of those who change their names for the promotion could be stuck with their name, with that name for the rest of their lives.
Okay. No.
That's, is there anything you'd change your name for? Like if they would give you a free whatever, is there anything you'd change it for? Like seriously? Like if porn, like free membership to Pornhub, but you had to change your name to, no.
Why pay for porn? Why even get a free membership for changing your name? I wouldn't do that.
You gotta support. You gotta support the workers, man. You're just stealing from them.
I changed my last name to Money.
No. It's got to be a business. You can't. Yeah, my name's Pablo Escobar. Can I have his money now? Thanks.
I don't know if there's anything I would change my name to. I mean, you know what? GeForce. Free graphics cards. I would do that.
That's a solid case.
Oh, man. Okay. Before we continue this, I'm going to go on a little tangent. And this is for someone who may or may not listen to this, but this is for Jaded.
He doesn't listen to this. I asked him because like everything we have going on in the background, I asked him. I was like, "Do you listen to the podcast?" No. And I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Why are you asking?" I was like, "I just want you to be excited about it." Like, Jesus.
Well, I'm gonna put this in anyway and let him know. I want to send you your computer. I really do, but with the parts I have now, it's not going to be a good computer. It's going to be roughly the same as your laptop. A little bit better, but it's not good right now. And I want to get you some better parts before I send it out to you. The only issue is most computer parts right now are like 3 times the price it should be. So I don't have the money for. Yeah, I really don't. Like, graphics cards, like for I think it was a 1660 is roughly $1,900 right now. And like I want to get you something good, but I physically can't right now. And
Holy
I'm sorry.
Shit.
Like he messaged me this morning before I went to work, and he's just like, so is this whole computer thing still going on? If it's not, it's totally fine. I just want to know. And I was like I really would like to send you one. I just can't right now. So I'm sorry. So that's why I would change my name to GeForce and or NVIDIA to get free graphics cards, because I could really use some right now. So yeah, that thing's still trying to go on. Hopefully he messaged me back sometime. But anyway, back to the game.
Oh, that's all I had.
Okay.
There wasn't dumb shit going on.
Yeah, not a lot.
People be dumb. Give me something to talk about.
I mean, people were dumb this week. Let's be honest. Like, have you seen the news? What went on in your state?
Dude, let me tell you, Colorado, we will not be rivaled in mass shootings. All right, fuck. Jesus Christ.
Shooting happened, just like last week. This one's a little bit different. I didn't get much of the story, but I heard 10 people died in a grocery store.
Yeah,
and I mean that's really sad. So that's why, if you have some mental issue, you might want to get help. People are there for you. And don't go out shooting people. That's just a bad idea. Oh, and another thing. Did you hear another person was caught in Atlanta for having... I forgot what he was... I think it was like reckless something, but he wasn't charged for much. This guy was caught with 5 guns and body armor and whatever a Publix is. Did you hear about this?
No.
I think it just happened today, but they arrested a man who had 5 guns on him and body armor. So yeah, I don't know what's going on in the U.S. right now, but like people just need to chill out. Are you? You okay?
No, I am. They didn't release anything because they want to figure out what's going on first. So kudos to them, rather than just letting like a narrative run away. The only thing that we know is that like some federal government people came out and they're like, yeah, this guy was on a FBI watch list. When meanwhile, 10 days before this shooting happened, he bought a gun. And it was just like, why the fuck is a guy on a watch list able to buy a fucking gun?
For real, though.
It's very weird. It's very weird.
Yeah. All right. I mean, we've been going for like roughly an hour, 50 minutes.
Hey, this one's going to have some girth.
It is.
I have heard from some people that they really do like the longer ones.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I heard from one of their listeners that last one was one of their favorites.
I'm happy.
Yeah, that one was honestly one of my favorites as well. And I'm gonna bring up a little thing here. It's not big as of right now, but please just know that we do have a YouTube version of these, and I'm gonna go through some of the things that people commented on it. So just letting you know. Is there anything you want to say before I do this?
What?
I'm just gonna read out one of the comments that we had on one of our previous episodes.
Oh, go for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask people, please comment more. As of right now, it's only my cousin commenting. Kind of depressing. But no, I want to read out one of the things he has on here. I believe this was during the time I was talking about he gave me a wedgie in while we were taking a trip to China, right? And so this is his little argument back, and he says, "Feast, you straight up punched me in the face when I jokingly accused you of losing my passport in China." So that's just one of the things I'm going to bring up. And I'm just going to read up some of these other comments here from him, and that is we got our 6th viewer, so apparently now I have to put Flex Seal in my hair.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yep. That's why when you said that, I was like, probably shouldn't. Don't.
And that's why I gotta tell everybody right now, it ain't gonna happen. I ain't fucking stupid.
Oh, you're just gonna lie?
Obviously, I was joking back then. I literally said it in the episode. I ain't gonna do that.
All
right.
What if we settle and you gotta wax one of your arms with flex tape?
You're gonna be really disappointed because I literally do not grow hair on my body.
There's nowhere that you grow hair other than your head.
Head, a little bit on my my balls. I gotta get that hair grown there, right? I can barely
wax that.
I can do not. I don't even have I barely have any hair that is what people would call an eyebrows. All right.
We gotta come up with something. I feel like that's you said it. Now you gotta do it. You gotta be a man of that word.
Except I was joking. I don't know. But yeah, I just want to read out some more comments later on while we make these. So I mean, if you do listen to this, this isn't some spiel to go subscribe, and I just if you want to be talked about on the podcast, I'll read out some stuff.
I can respect that.
Yeah, I mean that's all I had. Do you have anything else?
No.
Long pause. Nope. All right.
No, that's about it. I don't know.
I mean, we've been going for a while. We'll let people get back to whatever they're doing. Thank you for listening. I hope you all have a good day and or night, whatever time it is for you.
Just be good.
And yeah, go follow Twitch. True, on Twitch at twitch.tv/.
All of them have. You don't need to promote this.
I don't know, man. There might be some people out there that haven't yet, so I'll always do it just for you.
All right.
All right. You guys have a good time. Bye-bye.
Bye.